Hello, and welcome to today's recording of Assassin's Creed Revelations. Today we're doing sequence 4. We're almost hit day 30. We're almost 1/3 of the way through to our release date of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, with today's being sequence 4. Not only are we going to do sequence 4, we are going to do Desmond, as I like to call the life of Desmond, number 4, and we're going to do Memory Block 2 of the Lost Archive. And as we play through sequence 4 of the main game, we're also going to talk about some of the important buildings that are depicted within Constantinople uh, during this game. Well, that guy just randomly spawned there with flying into a hookah. Right now, we're gonna try to get this. Wait, or is that the palace, or is that a? Nope, that is actually a thing. All right, so let's see if we. I don't know if we have enough. Come on, a little closer. Come a little bit closer. You're my kind of Ottoman with such a big, huge gun. Come a little bit closer so I can shoot you. 'Cause the night is so short. Meh, meh, meh. Well, the first building that I actually want to talk about, we can talk about now, because we saw it in the last sequence, was the Grand Bazaar. It is one of the largest and oldest coveted markets, and often is regarded as the first shopping mall in the world, not just like in the Middle East. No, this isn't the Middle East. Let me really not sound ignorant here. Um, um, it started construction in the winter of 1455 or 56, after the Ottomans took over, and was part of a larger initiative to stimulate the economy within Constantinople. The bazaar would reach its final shape by the beginning of the 17th century. I could just sit here and wait for him to come out there. Let's see if we can get over here and see it. And because of its size and location, it would actually become essentially the grand hub of trade around the Mediterranean. It was unrivaled at the time in regards to abundance, variety, and quality of goods for sale. By 1890, the bazaar would have almost 4,400 shops, 222 rooms, one hammam, which was, I believe, if I read it right, was essentially a bathhouse. It would also have 19 fountains, 10 what were essentially schools, a mosque, and a mausoleum. It would cover 30.7 hectares with 18 gates that covered 61 streets. This thing is absolutely massive. And it was one of those things that while looking at Constantinople had to be discussed. I had to bring it up. It's just very important to world history with its location, and the guy's in the covered gate here, isn't he? Someone sees me. Can I get both of them? It did. It did. They're both poisoned. Sweet. I should be able to climb that tower now without a problem. Well, of course there's a problem because they're going to shoot at me. But not the point. That actually worked out well. I didn't know there were two guys there. That worked out great. The other building that we can talk about right now that we have seen is Galata Tower, which, let me see if I can rotate this, if we can see it from here. Which way is it? Is it north? Am I pointing the right way? I'm not pointing the right way. Oh, I probably can't see it from here. It's over here. No, I can't see it from here. What we can see, though, is Hagia Sophia, which I believe is that building. I believe that one is Little Sophia. But we've scaled Galata Tower how many times? That is actually a medieval stone tower that is 9 stories tall. It's the city's tallest tower.
Can you help me?
What is troubling you, amigo?
There's a mad woman in this district putting curses on people with little silver coins.
Curses?
Well, not curses exactly, but old Byzantine coins. She is sneaking them into our pockets while our heads are turned. And I do not find it funny.
Keep your leggings on. I will have a look.
So, I just kind of misspoke. It's not the tallest one now, but it was the tallest when it was built, which was in 1348. This way.
You won't get away. Gone! Herman, stop! Oh.
Quite a trick you have there, sleeping worthless coins into men's pockets. Have you ever been caught?
Not once. Although I have, on occasion, taken money as well. But only to feed myself.
Why do you not put that trick to better use? Fight with the assassins. Work for a just cause.
Well, it would be nice to be part of something larger than myself. Leave it. I will fight with you.
Alright. That's a boat. Why is the boat off limits? You know what? I don't want to know. But, so Galata Tower. This is not a good place. It is, like I said, the tallest stone structure that was at its time in the city. It was built in 1348 to hold the sea chain, which the sea chain we'll get into a little bit more later, because we will see it. Actually, I'm gonna skip that and try to get that other guy. Oops.
I'm sorry.
Um.
Come on, let me go. I don't want to die. What good will my death? Time to leave.
Not what I wanted to do, but whatever.
If you respect life and liberty, join our cause. Fight to restore peace to these troubled times.
You are an inspiration, Effendi. I will add my voice to this chorus.
So let's climb. Ah, something just hit. Felt like something just hit me in the forehead. So while I climb this to get this high point, I will finish talking about Galata Tower. We'll close. The sea chain was what would close the entrance to the Golden Horn. Now the It was built to replace an older tower that was destroyed during the Fourth Crusade. Most likely, I didn't get a date or a reason, but most likely that other tower was destroyed during the Crusader sacking of the city when they took over the city. Beginning in 1717, the building would be used for spotting fires and itself damaged by fire in 1794. Yes. And then again in 1831. Almost pointless, wouldn't it? In the 1960s, it would have its final restoration where the wooden staircase would be replaced for one with concrete. Probably something that they should have done instead of making it out of wood in the first place. But no one's asking my opinion on city works. So, there are 3 other buildings that I want to talk about, but we will get to one specifically later in the sequence when we actually go there. That is Topkapı Palace. And then, I gotta get up on... Oh, hello. And the other 2 are the Hagia Sophias, the main Hagia and the little Hagia. That
A
building.
pleasant surprise, Ezio. We should trade stories if I'm not dead by this time tomorrow.
Is there a chance of that?
We learn that the Byzantines are planning to infiltrate Topkapı Palace, now that Prince Suleiman has returned from his Hajj. If they do strike, it will be tonight at a cultural exposition the prince has organized.
So what is our plan?
Gardeshim, this is not your fight. No need to snare yourself in the Ottoman affairs.
The Byzantines found a key beneath Topkapı Palace, and I would like to know how.
Ezio, we want to protect our Shehzade, not interrogate him.
Trust me, Yusuf. Just tell me where to go.
Topkapı's main gate. We plan to dress as entertainers and walk right in.
I will find a disguise and meet you there.
That's why I wanted to wait to talk about Topkapı Palace. Because Topkapı has some interesting history. It's got some history to it. Construction would begin in 1456 after about 6 years after the conquest of Constantinople, which I just totally messed the race, I think. Maybe not. Yep.
There should be a law proscribing such
I was wrong. This is Topkapı Palace. This is not what I thought. Oh, this is Hagia Sophia. So we will talk about this after I finish discussing Topkapı, because you can see how big this building is too. Looks like it's falling apart though. Wow, graphical glitch much?
Minstrels from
I
Italia.
beat Yusuf?
I am going to enjoy this.
Alright. Okay, so now that we're inside Topkapı Palace, it was built 6 years, started construction after about 6 years after Mehmet II originally conquered Constantinople. I wonder if he's got any money, because I haven't looted these guys before. Nope, nothing. Oh, I thought I killed him, but I guess that didn't work. Alright, so Mehmet originally called the new place, called it New Palace, to distinguish it from the old palace in the Beyazıt Square. It would be given a name that means Cannon Gate in the 19th century, as it would expand over the centuries with major renovations. I wonder if I can just knock these guys out and let the other 3 assassins... Nope. Well, that worked out well. So it would expand over the century. Wait a minute. I wonder if that's right. I need to look that up now. Because that doesn't look right. Because why would they be calling it Topkapı Palace now if, it wasn't named that until the 19th century.
Thy wounds, no, Signor. Letter Martin.
Really? Alright, it's not going to let me do that. That's going to make me really a happy person. So, I guess I will just finish the way my notes are written and then look it up for another sequence and inform you if I am wrong.
They look ridiculous. I feel ridiculous.
My blade is too conspicuous in this outfit. Are you armed?
Laissez le deal. You mark the targets, and we will take them out. You, know how to play that thing?
I learned a few chords when I was young.
When were you ever young?
I love him.
This courtyard is closed to the public. Turn around and start walking.
Perdonate, buon signore. We are this evening's entertainment.
Any old gerzek can carry an instrument around. Get lost.
I'm dressed up like a jester. I act the
You
fool
sound
and
like a
mine.
dying cat.
All the actions of those I curse and run down all the time.
What is this? Bear Batson!
While traveling through
You'll notice that he sings about his life.
What are you
She said
doing?
it's strictly business. Such business was my
Rekala,
pleasure.
go in and bother the guests with that noise.
All right. So it would expand over the centuries and renovations after the 1509 earthquake. This was the one that they found the lore where the Templars found the first key. After the 16 and they'd renovate again after a 1665. Um,
A minstrel song I've heard them say brings
1665 fire.
but luck deserts me when I play. They hasten through the door. Things I do to save the world surprise me time to time.
So then the palace complex consists of 4 main courtyards, as you can see as we were walking around one of the main courtyards. And it served as the main residence for the Ottoman sultans. Dura, right?
No one understands my plight. The life of a musician, singing for impatient men. It's
Um,
Fair Lucrezia could not sate her appetite for lovers. But I
After the
suspect she
17th
would
century,
be
it would
fine
lose its
with 2 or
importance
3 more brothers.
as the
This courtyard is
sultans
clear.
But I do not see Prince
of
Suleiman.
that period
Follow me.
preferred to spend more time near palaces along the Bosphorus. And in 1856, I'm going to butcher the Sultan's name, so forgive me. Abdulmedij decided to move the
Now
court
this
to
is a celebration.
Dalmachi
Suleiman,
Palace, although
the Sultan's
Topkapı
grandson
would
and governor
retain the
of
imperial
Kefir.
treasury, library,
He's only
and
17.
mint.
We met on the ship. He told me he was a student. And who is that?
His uncle, Shehzade Ahmed, the Sultan's favored son. He is grooming himself for the Sultanate as we speak.
Sherife, Solon is up.
Come, we have more Byzantines to find. Thank you for coming.
There was a man named Lucio, a rat with letter's taste. Whenever he would show himself, my feast would find his face.
Çok güzel. Çok güzel.
Alright, so we've talked about them moving.
We should speak soon.
I can't believe I stand here and seeing my time I waste.
So, after the fall of the Ottoman Empire, Topkapı was transformed into a museum by government decree on April 3rd, 1924. Today, only the most important. Actually, let me get this, and I'll explain where I'm going for with the museum.
Venezia's grim doge, a fierce and evil man, was just a trifle red of face.
How does he not get caught?
Set his plan. I will sing in praise of children. I will croon in praise of dames. I will chant in praise of mighty men when I recall their names. Oh,
It's wonderful to see you.
Today, only the most important rooms and chambers are accessible to the public. Um, this would include the Imperial Harem,
You play beautifully.
which, after this cutscene, I'll explain what the Imperial Harem is. Harem.
Clear the courtyard! Shehzadeh Suleiman, take cover! Follow them! Ezio!
It is a relief to see you again, mio bel menestrello. Did I say that right?
Well enough. I hear you are a governor, too. Is there anything you do not do?
I do not talk to strangers. I am Suleiman.
Ezio Auditore.
Shehzadeh, are you injured?
Who is your captain, soldier?
Tarek Balete, he is away on an errand.
Clear this body and send the guests home. Then summon Tariq to the divan.
Baş üstüne Shehzadeh.
Tariq Barlete is a captain in the Janissary Corps, the Sultan's elite soldiery.
They guard the Sultan, but not his family.
Not very well, evidently. Ezio, do you have some time to spare? I would like your opinion on something.
I will, once I change out of these rags.
Güzel. Meet me when you are ready.
Alright, well, when we're ready, it means we're going to climb that building, that high point first. So let's finish talking about where Topkapı is as today. We were about ready. I was just wow, sometimes I can't talk. I was going to tell you that today only the most important rooms and chambers are accessible, which includes the Imperial Harem, which is actually domestic, the way I understand it anyway, and please, if I get this wrong, I would love for someone to inform me how wrong I am in the comments below. It was a domestic, well, I don't know if they're still around, to be honest. But they're domestic places in which were reserved for the women of the house within the Muslim family, and are inaccessible to adult males except for those that are unmarriageable. The Imperial Harem was where the Sultan, where his servants, his wives, and his female relatives and his concubines would all live and actually play an important social function within the court. They had significant, I wonder if I can buy this. This is one of the mosques, I believe. Oh no, we're at Hagia Sophia. I don't have that kind of money. We'll talk about her in a minute. We'll talk about that lovely building after I finish talking about Topkapı. The women would have important part to play in the court. As they would have great political authority. Specifically, it also there was a time known as the Sultanate of Women, which I don't have a ton of information on, but the most authority would be given to the Sultan, held by the woman whose title was Valide, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. Sultan, which is basically the Sultan's mother. She not only ruled over the other women, but was the legal mother of the Sultan. Of the ruling Sultan. So, like, when Suleiman got... Oh, helps to actually hit the right spot, huh? There. So, like, if Sultan, we'll go with Suleiman. If his grandmother was still alive, she would not be the Verde Sultan. His mother would be. His legal mother. The treasury is also still open, where the Spoonmaker's Diamond and Topkapı Dagger are located. They're actually on display, not just located there. They're displayed. And it would be part of the historic registry of Istanbul in 1985.
I have arranged a meeting with my uncle Ahmed and the Janissary captain, Tariq Barlete. The Janissaries are loyal to my grandfather, but they have lately become angry over his choice of the next sultan.
Your uncle?
Exactly. The Janissaries prefer my father, Selim.
You are in a tough spot. But how do the Byzantines fit into this?
I had hoped you might know. Would you be willing to help me find out?
I am tracking them myself. I can help you, as long as our interests run parallel.
I will take what I can get. There is a hatch at the top of that tower which leads to a secret room. Go there, wait, and watch.
We'll do this mission, and then we are going to talk about Hagia Sophia, as we have already been by that building, and you have seen the immensity that is the great Hagia Sophia. And yes, we did just climb this tower a moment ago.
Heed my nephew, Tariq. Your incompetence borders on treason. And to think that today, your Janissaries were outshone by an Italian lute player. Preposterous.
An inexcusable failing, Effendim. I will conduct a full investigation.
I will conduct the investigation, Tariq. For reasons that should be obvious.
Evet, Shehzadem. You have your father's wisdom.
And his impatience. Uncle, I am relieved to see you safe.
Likewise, Suleiman. Allah emanet olun. Tariq Bey, a word. What was the purpose of this attack, I wonder? To make me look weak? An ineffective steward of the city? If you are the hand in this mess, Tariq, you have made a grave mistake. My father has chosen me as the next sultan, not my brother.
Ahmed. I am not depraved enough to imagine the conspiracy you accuse me of.
What have I done to earn such contempt from the Janissaries? What has my brother done for you that I have not?
May I speak freely?
You'd better.
You are weak, Ahmed. Pensive in times of war and restless in times of peace. You lack passion for the traditions of the Ghazi, yet you speak of fraternity in the company of infidels. You make a decent philosopher, Ahmed, but you will be a poor sultan.
You may show yourself out.
What a nice guy.
Quite a family,
Your uncle lacks sway over the men he will soon command.
Tariq is a hard man. Proud and capable, but ambitious. And he admires my father greatly.
But he failed to secure this palace against the Byzantine invasion. That alone is worth our attention.
Precisely.
Where should we begin?
For now, keep an eye on Tariq and his Janissaries. They spend much of their free time in and around the bazaar.
I will start there when I can.
Somehow, I wasn't detected. Alright. Oh, yeah, when I was at the Hagia Sophia, I thought it was this little mosque. At least I'm pretty sure this is a mosque. Yep, Hagia Irene. I wonder if I have enough money for this. Nope, not at all. Alright, let's see if I can use this guy to jump out of here. So, right there, Hagia Sophia. There's enough space here that I can... This building, the current structure anyway, because from what I read, there were three other Hagia Sophia, three other structures at this location. This building started construction on February 23rd, 532. It would be inaugurated on December 27th, 537. Let's go pick that guy up. Huh? And then go after that book. You know what? We're just going to do this real quick.
Fight for an honorable cause, Arkadashim. Not just your life.
If I can help others as you have helped me, I most certainly will.
So, Hagia Sophia should be a...
What do you think you are doing, stranger?
Yeah. Isn't there a...
Walk the right road from now on. Tamam mı yabancı?
Oh, there was... Oh, wrong way. If I have to run, I guess I gotta run. It would be... Actually, when it was constructed, it would be the seat of the Orthodox Patriarch of Constantinople. And this setting for the Byzantine imperial ceremonies. Actually, can I buy this and possibly some armor now? Because I need more health. So that's where they did the coronations. After multiple earthquakes, the dome would collapse on May 7th, I'm sorry, 558. So not even 20 years built, and the dome collapsed. It would be rebuilt, giving the building its current interior height and its present form completed in 562. After a great earthquake on October 25th, 989, the western dome arc would collapse and require 6 years. I can get leather greaves. I need a new weapon because I'm not doing well. Florentine Falcon. Deflect is good. Speed is good. I'm probably going to take that axe. That axe is what looks like what I need. Yeah, we're going to take that Merovingian axe. Alright, so Good small weapon. Nah. We won't use them anyway. Actually, there's a bank right there that we need to pick up so we can pick up the cash that we don't. I don't know. Oh, that's not the bank that I'm looking at. I don't have enough money. How much money do I need? $12.96. I need $100. All right, let's take it from these people. Thank you. So let's pick up the money and we'll go back to talking about Hagia Sophia. Okay. Alright. Off we go. I wish I could ask somebody what year I stopped in. The Great Earthquake of 989. After the capture of Constantinople during the Fourth Crusade, the Hagia Sophia church would be ransacked and desecrated by Crusaders during the Latin occupation between 1204 and 1261. It would go from a Greek Orthodox church to a Christian church, Greek Orthodox Christian church to a Roman Catholic church. Get that out right. Oh, that didn't go well.
The strings of fate have drawn us together. Two Italiani, lost and alone in the Orient. Do you not feel the magnetismo?
I feel many things, Messere. Nausea above all.
Is this man bothering you, Sophia?
Excuse me, Messere, but the lady and I are... Oh! Oh! Il diavolo in persona! Stay back!
Duccio, a pleasure.
Run, buona donna! Run for your life!
Who was that?
Cane. He was engaged to my sister many years ago.
And what happened?
His cazzo was engaged to 6 others. Chiedovenia. So what brings you to these docks?
I took a break from my work to retrieve a package, but here they claim the captain's papers are not in order. So I wait. Che seccatura. I could be here all day.
Let me see what I can do. I know a few ways to bend the rules.
Do you now?
See, I will meet you back at your shop.
Alright, well, since I've already failed that, let's just run in there and get it done.
How long can you keep running,
Ezio is once again the only one that can swim.
Hurry! I'm losing you! There he is! Get him! Amande! I've lost sight of him.
Okay, so as I swim around this boat, let's talk about the Hagia Sophia again.
Nowhere to run to. Push. Go! Fast! He's getting away!
So after it was after it switched back to a Catholic one, the Byzantines, of course, would recapture the city. And after that recapture in 1261, the church was in a dilapidated state. And after another earthquake in October 1344, let me kill this guy real quick. After the 1344, several parts of the building would collapse, and on May 19th, 1346, that's when it would close. And it would stay closed until 1354. It would be converted to a mosque in 1453 when the Ottoman forces took the city. Oh, yes, I rethought that incorrectly. I thought I said Ottomans took the city in the wrong year, but I said Byzantines. Come at me, man. I'm gonna hit you with my axe. This will dang it. I actually have to run. Okay, so if you've noticed, this all happens before the start of this game. So now the Ottomans have converted it into a mosque, and during its conversion, it would of course be renovated again. It would have multiple massive renovations over the years, but in 1935, the Turkish president Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, I believe is how to pronounce it, turned the building into a museum. In 1996 and 1998, it would be placed on the World Monuments Watch list by 2006. The preservation process would be complete. The restoration progress to restore it would finish by 2006. To complete it from being listed on that watch list. Still requires significant stability improvement, restoration, and conservation. Though it was the second most visited museum in 2014. So it's seen a lot. If it's had that many problems from earthquakes, it makes you wonder how many earthquakes a year Constantinople has and its location. This is crazy to me.
Salute, Ezio. Any luck?
Mademoiselle Sofia Sartor, Libraia, Constantinople.
Oh no, look at the damage. Did they use this to fight off pirates? Well, so far so good. Ah, beautiful, no? This is a print of a map by Martin Waldseemüller. See here? The new lands, described by Messer Amerigo Vespucci.
Or Cristoforo Colombo. History has a strange way of unfolding.
What do you make of this body of water here?
A new ocean, perhaps. Most of the scholars I know claim the size of the globe has been underestimated.
incredibile. The more we learn about the world, the less we seem to know. Well, you honored your promise. Here is mine fulfilled. If we are correct, this should show you the location of the first book. I must admit, my head is swimming with the prospect of seeing these books. This is knowledge the world has lost, and must have again. Perhaps I could print a few copies to distribute myself. A small run of 50 or so, that should be enough. Perché ridi?
Forgive me. It is a joy to see someone with a passion so personal and noble. It is inspiring.
Goodness, where's this coming from?
Grazie, Sofia. I will return.
Somebody's falling for her, man. Alright, so the only building we have not seen is what is that one? I thought that one was Hagia Sophia, but it looks like that one was all the way over to the top. Alright, so it's not Hagia Sophia. Is it the Hippodrome? Nope. Nope. Oh, it's this one. Alright. Wait a minute. No, it's not. It's confusing. Where is it? Here, book. Might have to run. Oh no, it is on the other side. That's weird. Oh, it is at Hagia Sophia on the far side. All right. Because it takes Hagia Sophia is so huge. I mean, this is where the fast travel is. But look at how big the think of it this way. This is how big the Hagia Sophia is, and this is the Grand Bazaar where all these covered buildings are. So that gives you the kind of idea on how big Hagia Sophia is when you think of the Grand Bazaar covering 30.7 hectaacres. But Little Hagia Sophia was built between 527 and 536. We go. All right, there we go. It is actually legitimately right above her doorway. Nope, I'm looking at the Templar thing, aren't I? So, it was built as the Little Hagia Sophia was built as the Church of Saint Sergius and Bacchus, a Greek Orthodox church under Justinian. He was Byzantine? No, he was Roman Empire. Believed to be designed by Insidorus of Miletus and Anthemius of Tralles as a dress rehearsal, so to speak, of the larger Hagia Sophia. Which is actually was the largest church. The Hagia Sophia is the largest church of the Byzantine Empire. Though recently that notion has been largely discredited, as details of the buildings are quite different. And after the Ottoman conquest of Constantinople in 1453, the church would remain untouched until its transformation into a mosque by Hisun Aga between 1506 and 1513. Throughout the centuries, the building would go through multiple earthquakes and repairs, and eventually making it on the World Monuments Fund watch list of 100 most endangered sites in 2002, 2004, and 2006. But after, I don't know, no, that's that one then. After extensive restoration that ended in September of 2006, the building has been opened back to the public and for worship. So that's actually all the buildings that I wanted to talk. Oh, I could do that in midair. That just looks like something that would choke you. But that was essentially the. Let's pop that one up there. The Hagia Sophia, little Hagia Sophia story, and I'm fairly certain. I got to double check my notes, but I am fairly certain that's all the buildings that I wanted to talk about. Oh, yeah, right here. Oh. Double check my notes here. We talked about the Bazaar, Topkapı, Galacta, Hagia, and Little Hagia. Yeah, that's all the buildings that I wanted to talk about. It looks like the book looks like it's just gonna fall apart from looking at it, let alone blowing the dust off of it. That is the palace. Kind of want to stay out of Topkapı. There, that big building right there, that is the Galacta Tower. That was a weird jump, wasn't it? Come on, dude, get up there. You need to get up to like 20,000 to be able to buy a crossbow. So I'm just gonna keep buying buildings until I can't buy any more buildings. I just wish that it didn't give me notoriety. Look at that, almost a full 25%. Talk about some junk now. Stolen a boat. Stolen a boat. Can't drive the boat. See, so the chain would go from, how does that work? If it's that deep off, it should be that lighthouse and that lighthouse is where the chain should be. I wonder if the game's got it in the wrong spot. I find that would be hard to believe, though, if they did. But I just find it super hard to believe that the building would be, the chain would go through all those buildings. It's interesting to me, without a doubt. I have a feeling I missed a turn. I don't remember if picking up these specialty book missions here put you in a mission, or if we can just there is that stupid, you have to climb all the way up Galactic Tower for that and then parachute down from the backside. That one is ridiculous. Yep, it is actually a full mission. But luckily, it's going to take me to where I want to go anyway. Because if I remember right, the entrance to that mission that I want to do is on the top of the tower. Yep. Because the reason why I say you got to do it that way is because if you jump off this way trying to get to it, or do a drop, he backdrops into a hay bale from the high point, and it's annoying. Might be able to do it in 6 minutes. Ouch. think that would take his arm out of socket. But then again, Ezio is like super assassin. Are you for real? Well, that's not gonna let me complete it in 6 minutes now. That's awesome. Yeah, to do the time limit ones, you gotta hit it almost perfect. It's essentially ridiculous. I don't know why I couldn't do a side jump there. I want to know who put in these zip lines. Like, whose smart idea was to put in these zip lines? These are some caverns down here, man. No, it's instant death if I fall. That's why I haven't used medicine. I know if I fall, I'm dead. Pretty annoyed by you now. I almost want to call you Altair over the way you're climbing there, Ezio. Almost. I wouldn't want to do those backward jumps like that. That's just crazy. Isn't one of these supposed to break? No way would that have had enough tightness for him to get that as far as he did. No way. No way would that have been tight enough for him to do that at all. Somehow I managed to do it in 6 minutes after messing that up that much. It must have given you more opportunities than they did in Brotherhood. Brotherhood, you could only mess up once. Maybe. And you definitely couldn't do any of the secrets in there.
Çok fazla çalışıyorum. Bütün gün kutu taşıyorum ve akşamları babama fırında yardım ediyorum. Hiç boş vaktim yok. Limanda işletmiyorum. Yeni bir amca var. Çalışmak istiyorsan onlara söylersin.
See, like that is where I don't know. We're in a completely different area. Completely different area. More beggars.
Perhaps later then. Finely crafted metalwork here.
See if I can figure out how to where the thing is while we're doing this one. Okay, so there's the tunnel. So we come in here and my desk is right here. Yeah, his eyes are creepy, like really creepy.
You held fire in your hand, old man. It should have been destroyed.
This is the end of
Destroy the only thing capable
Assassin's
of
Creed
ending
1.
the Crusades and creating true peace? Never.
Forgive me for this, Mentor. But the apple corrupted you, and through you it would have corrupted us. For us to live, you had to die.
Is it truly over? Is that sorcerer dead?
He was no sorcerer. Just an ordinary man in command of illusions. Have you prepared the pyre?
I have, but... Altair, some of the men will not stand for such a thing.
Let me handle it.
They even call it synchronization points instead of health.
Are you fit to travel?
Well enough, yes.
I asked Malik to ride to Jerusalem with news of Al-Mulim's death. Would you ride to Acre and do the same?
Of course.
Malik was in the Jerusalem's Rafik, if you remember right. I like that they called it synchronization points instead of health points, because that's what it was in Assassin's Creed in the first game.
I do not believe.
What has happened here?
Our mentor deceived us all. The Templars corrupted him.
Where is your proof?
Walk with me, Abbas, and I will explain.
And if I find your answers wanting?
I will talk until you are satisfied. Do you remember the artifact we recovered from Robert de Sab in Solomon's temple?
The artifact you were sent to retrieve, but others delivered?
Yes. It is a Templar tool. The Apple of Eden. It can conjure illusions and control men's minds. A deadly weapon.
And you believe Al-Mualim fell under its spell?
I do. Today he used the apple to enslave Masyaf. You saw that for yourself.
I do not know what I saw.
Listen, Abbas. The apple is safe in Al-Mulim's study. When I'm finished here, I will show you.
Altair! No!
I must know that he cannot return.
But this is not our way. To burn a man's body is forbidden.
Defiler! Hear me out. This body could be another one of Al-Mulim's phantoms. I must be certain.
Lies! All your life, you have made a mockery of our creed. You bend the rules to suit your whims.
He's missing his finger now.
And humiliating those around you. Restrain him!
Did you not hear him? Al-Mualim is bewitched.
Ah!
Abbas. First game though didn't have him missing his finger. This one did, so that was nice to see.
Can't just do whatever you please, idiot! I can do anything. I can let me go. Shit! Alright, you win.
It was like he was breaking fingers, isn't it? Come on! I can't even counter? Ah! And I didn't kill him. I headbutted him. He's not dead. He didn't die.
Can't just do whatever you please, idiot! I can do anything. I can just let me go. Shit! Alright, you win! Stay away from me! Want to fight that? What do you think you're doing?
Come on.
I will do anything. Just let me go.
Almost. Almost. I get cut up. Leave now.
What did I tell you, Altair?
Abbas! Stop!
What did you think would happen when you murdered our beloved mentor?
You loved Al-Mulim less than anyone! You blamed him for all your misfortune, even your father's suicide.
My father was a hero!
This is not the time to quarrel over the past. We must decide what to do with that weapon.
Whatever this artifact is capable of, you are not worthy to wield it!
No man is.
It is beautiful, is it not?
Man, he is such an idiot. We gotta wait, or we're gonna have falling damage. I'll let him get hit one more time.
What was that? Are they dead?
Forgive me. I did not know.
Have you anything to teach us? What you lead us all to ruin?
He should have. Hindsight's 50-50, or 20/20, or whatever the saying is. He should have killed Abbas right there and dumped him out the back of the tower. Then again, it goes against the creed, doesn't it? Stay a blade from the flesh of an innocent.
Altair. Barely 26, and already a Grandmaster in command of a divided order. How does one cope with such responsibility and unlimited power?
Alright, that looks like it's going to be the end of Sequence 4. Now we get the Life and Times of Desmond, Part 4. Does this kick me out into the Animus Island, or will I have to go there myself?
I've made the acquaintance of an Ottoman prince named Suleiman. He's a clever young man, with a fortitude uncommon for his age. On his suggestion, I will be investigating some wayward Janissaries, who may be in league with the Templars. With luck, they will lead me straight to the core of the Templars' leadership. Meanwhile, the Venetian Sophia Sartor continues to help me find the hidden Masyaf keys. She is a diligent woman, full of passion and vigor, and I enjoy her company immensely. But I dare not tell her the purpose of my stay here, nor of my true vocation. Those who do not volunteer in our struggle should not be forced to fight it.
True enough. True enough. Alright, 1 and 2 and 3 are done. Here is number 4. Life and Times in New York. Because the last time he got to New York. Hitched a ride with some people from Omaha. This is memarchive.d.mem.
Memory sequence archived. Warning. Memory leak detected. Recalibrating Animus idle parameters.
That's not good.
Back to work when the sun goes down. Brooklyn JMZ into the city. Transfer at Washington Square, down to the Triangle. Rising from below like the living dead. Into the sun, the light shocking my eyes. Walking those 10 minutes between the subway and the bar always felt so good.
Gotta be more careful.
But that feeling never lasted. Some days the city's a vampire. It steals all your best moments. They come and go in seconds and fade away.
Oh, come on, I made it that time.
You end up remembering only the worst.
You have to make it through all in one shot or you're not gonna make it. Alright. Nope, not gonna make it. I made it. Wow. Nope. Nope. I should have known better on that one. Nope. I got stuck somehow. Not sure how I made it that time.
Tending bar at Badweather. I just walked in and they handed me a shaker. Took me on for my ravishing looks. I think the owner had a little crush. My winning smile.
Hey, what's that drink you invented?
I laughed at my past, laughed at my family, joked about everything. Even the end of the world.
Had it last time?
Shirley Templar?
Shirley Templar, what's in it?
The usual. I just had some gin.
Right on. Autos.
Oh, dang it. That was a glitch. Had to have been. I was in there. Alright, how do I get out? Oh, there's a door.
There was a big dream floating out there. And every night I saw people dreaming it. I don't know how they did it. It takes as much money to smile as to pay rent in this place. The more I missed my family, the more I hated myself for it. I told myself I wanted a new family. I wanted to start over.
Hey, Des, go to the after party?
I'm a little out of it. Lights, action, bass drum. Mind-numbing. 124 beats per. Twice the speed of a beating heart.
Turning too quick.
So where are you from? He was raised in a cult or something like that. You know, out west.
My parents were conspiracy freaks. They live off the grid, in the woods.
Seriously?
God, they all look so good. The girls in their skirts, batting eyes, beads of sweat. Everyone was so beautiful in those flashing lights.
You wanna dance?
I was a new man, born again. Alone, but alive. Trying to forget.
Come on.
Let go, Desmond. Just let it go.
I knew that was going to happen.
Forget it.
That should be the end of Desmond, This Is My Life. Hello, my name is Desmond. This is my life. Memory number 4. It is. All right, cool. So we're going to hop back in the Animus and then head over to Subject 16, memory number 2. Memory 2, the Order. Let's see what Clay has to show us now.
We are not public figures, and never submit ourselves to the hollow quest for fame. We move through clouded spaces.
So I wonder if doing that, the way that they work, is if that's a detriment, because it's not much they can do.
Beware the easy path. Knowledge grows only through challenge.
You're retiling the roof at noon, Clay.
But I'm working on a history paper.
Let it slide. Foreman's son just finished engineering school and he's pocketing $60K a year. Now that's where the money is.
Thought I saw something floating back there.
They will throw obstacles in your path to distract you, but never lose sight of your goal.
I hear it. Can you? Well, at least we started picking those up in Desmond's bank, and we didn't get ahead of ourselves in that aspect. I didn't get it out in time. Nah. Yeah, that doesn't look dangerous at all.
You have proven yourself worthy. Today, commit to uphold the pillars of our creed. We are assassins.
That should have been number 2. All right, that's there. So we're gonna. Oh, you get a little bit of a head jump on what memory 3 is gonna be. Oh, hit the wrong button there. All right. So we're gonna leave it here for a second while I say thank you for joining me today. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, check out the links below to my social media and my website if you want to check out a little bit more about what I do. But until next time, I hope that you've enjoyed what you've seen and as much as I've enjoyed giving it to you. So I hope you all have a great night.